All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Trading for Charity. My name is Patrick France, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Glad to be with you all. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Mark. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Good morning, Chris. Appreciate that, Jay. Thank you very much. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the color guard reports. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to Trading for Charity. This is a live event that we're doing all through the month of November up until the week of December 10th, where we're doing some live trading, answering your questions, teaching you how to become better investors while also raising money for a great cause. We're helping raise money for both Levine Children's Hospital, also for Toys for Tots. And so every single subscriber that we get throughout this next month or so, throughout this month, VectorVest will make a donation on your behalf to help go towards these charities. Also, any donations that come in will also go towards that for these live streams as well. So thank you all for tuning in. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Glad to be here today. Today, markets are looking a little bit better than what we've seen. Over yesterday, we had some rough markets, but things seem to be picking back up a little bit. People seem to be coming to the realization that this new Omicron variant may not be as influential in the markets as people were thinking originally. So markets are rebounding a little bit here today. We see that the Dow is up 1.3%, the Nasdaq's up 1.6%, S&P is up 1.7%, overall VectorVest Composite up 1.5%. That has us 3 ticks into the yellow, therefore the color guard is neutral, and VectorVest does not advocate buying any stocks at this time still. As we were talking about yesterday, we look at the buy to sell ratio and the MTI. There's 2 key levels we always note with these indicators, and that is when the MTI gets to a reading of 0.6 to 0.7, that historically shows that the market's starting to look for a bottom. And when the buy to sell ratio reaches a level of 0.2 or below, that also indicates an oversold market. Well, yesterday we hit a reading of 0.23 by the end of the day. It did get to that 0.2 threshold throughout the day. Same with the MTI. Yesterday we finished off with a 0.71. So very close to those oversold territory that we typically see that the market starts to look for a bottom at that point. And now seeing the market bouncing here today. So far everything's looking pretty good. All right, so welcome everybody once again. Let's go ahead, jump right into it here today. Get started. Go ahead, look for some trades. Try to find some winning trades here today. Yesterday was a little rough, but luckily we practiced some good money management, which kept us out of trouble and allowed us to keep the portfolio alive and ready to go for today. So what we're gonna do is come down to my favorite potential search, daily boomers percent price change for the upside here. Gonna go ahead and run it. We're gonna jump right into it here today. Wanting to find a good trade here. So ABUS breaking through support. I like what we're seeing with this one. Volume is definitely pretty strong here so far. AHI moving in the wrong direction right now. BBW finally breaking through resistance here. I like what we're seeing with that one. Let's keep going. See if there's anything better just in case. VNTR pulling back. IMGM, we were looking at that yesterday. Whew, beat is coming out of nowhere. All of a sudden, starting to see some trading going on. Potential weakness coming in on that high, so we're going to move on from that one for the time being, but definitely an interesting one here. MTEM, nice steady rise from bottom left to upper right. ATRC, also a nice steady rise here. OLMA seems to be slowing down a little bit. Let's go ahead, go through these. All right, so that is it for those. Let's go back to the beginning. So BBW, ABUS all look like viable candidates here to add to the list. So we'll go ahead into here. Get those added on. Just zoom in a bit to keep an eye on these trades. So right now with Build-A-Bear, you have a nice pop here, strong upward momentum, also strong volume confirming that here. So I like what we're seeing with that one. Pulling back a little bit at this minute, but we'll be patient with that one. Going to ABUS. ABUS seeing continued volume coming in. So let's go ahead. Oh, trade now. Robo Trader. Next. There we go. Next. Keeping an eye on it. All right. Only thing I'm worried about with this one is we are starting to see, an extreme high here with that. So we got to be careful. I'm waiting for this minute to finish up. We got about 20 more seconds. I want to see it finish strong on this minute here. There we go. So 543, 540. All right, pulling back off of that high there. That's what I was waiting for. We see volume picking up, but a lot of that volume is being made up by selling volume. So I'm being a little cautious with it currently. All right. Morning, Archie. Hopefully you're doing well. Glad you can make it here. Also, every single time we do one of these trading for charity events, we do also have a giveaway to go along with it here today. So the code word for that will be green. Yesterday it was red. Today is going to be green. Since the markets are green here, let's go ahead. See you guys spam that. If you want a chance to win access to the the Tampa 2-day event coming up in January. It's our largest event we do every single year. Make sure to type in green into the chat so that way you get your chance to win free access to the Tampa 2-day here coming up in January. All right, so looking at it, pulling back a little bit. Volume is still relatively weak though. So may wait to see a slight pullback and then jump on board at that point. All right, let's go take a look at Build-A-Bear once again. Oh, never mind. So if we get in 30s. All right, putting it in 545, seeing if we get filled. 1 cent off from where it was trading at. Let's see if we get that order to go through. If not, we'll simply go ahead and move on from there. Give me one moment here. There we go. Awesome. Now I can see everything a little bit better here. I was having, for some reason, it minimized. So now I can see everybody typing in green in the chat. Appreciate that, guys. Green, also the color that we want to see here in our portfolios here today. So with that, there we go. 545 just got filled. Strong volume on that minute as well. I definitely like seeing that. Let's go ahead, get some gains in the portfolio here at this one. So bring our line to sand up. We have support right around 531. We see it pull back off of that new high, or found consolidation, and then blast it off from that point. Filled at 544. There we go. So Chris is in as well. Let's go. Let's make some money with this one here today. We got the markets moving in our favor. We've got a nice moving upward trend here with ABUS. Things are looking good. Let's see if we can get some follow through, start to move higher from this point. Appreciate that, Mash. Thank you very much for the kind words. Glad you enjoyed it there. All right. Good morning, good morning, Troy. Glad you're here today. Hopefully you're doing well here today. All right, so watching ABUS. We got into 545. We have support at 531. We're just giving it some time to develop right now. Down about 1 penny, down about 0.2%, 0.1%. Hey, that's totally fine. We can make that happen in a matter of seconds. As we see, it can move quickly, very, very fast. And I don't even know, coming in as a new subscriber, welcome to VV Nation. Glad you can make it here today. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome. Also, Josie coming in as a new subscriber. Welcome to the VV Nation, Josie. If you guys are brand new now, and Joseph coming in as a new subscriber. Getting a lot of new subscribers kicking off the start of the session. I like seeing that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to VV Nation. Make sure if you just type that in, or if you just became a new subscriber, type in green in the chat for your chance to win live access to the Tampa 2-Day. What charities are you trading for? So, Josie, what we're doing is we're raising money for Levine's Children's Hospital, which is a local children's hospital around the Charlotte area. Also, Toys for Tots, because that is a Marines affiliated event. And if anybody's familiar with my colleague Glenn Tompkins Jr., he is a Marine, so therefore we had to give them some love as well. So both charities or both organizations are what we are raising money for. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Welcome to VV Nation. All right, let's go. Just seeing some consolidation right now. Volumes lightening up as we're right around this new high area. So we got to be patient. Just let it develop. Let's go ahead, zoom in, see what's going on. Nothing really standing out when we look at the candle so far. We do see some consolidation, some slowdown here as it's pulling back off of that high. You see almost a doji here, showing some indecision, saying, okay, wait a second. Maybe I need to start going back up. This isn't quite done. So we can look at this, the volume for the pullback. The volume is relatively weak so far. So tells us the bulls still have a great handle on the situation. So we still have the momentum in our favor here. Trade for Toys for Tots, many years myself. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for helping support the cause here. So let's go ABUS. I want to start off with a nice run here this morning. Get the mood set, but with a decent winner here. And that's what we're looking at. Harry's coming in with a few stocks to take a look at. Harry, make sure to save those for a moment. Once we get out of this trade, we will definitely go take a look at that. And there we go. Starting to see ABUS getting some new liquidity coming in, some new buying pressure coming in, pushing it up. Let's see if we can take out that high. So that high is currently, where is it at? Let's see, 556. All right. So we got in at 545, already starting to make a little bit of a gain. There we go. Let's go. Let's see. Just hit that new high at 557. Let's keep pushing. Why we have this pulled up, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to an end of day graph to take a look at some potential target areas. Let's go 3 months. Whoo! So ABUS broke out and continuing to run. I like what we're seeing here so far. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, so 565, moving our line of sand up to 549. We can see some consolidation there. We hit it at that high there. Tried and stalled out on that second attempt, breaking through on this third attempt. Let's go. 570, up 5% so far in a matter of a few minutes. I like that. As always, I will give you guys, for all the new people here, just some general rules of thumb that I typically follow. If I can make 10 and 10 so 10% in 10 minutes, I will definitely do that. Or 10% in less than 10 minutes, I will definitely take that profit and move along. But right now we have a nice little run going on here with ABUS, up almost just shy of 5%, bouncing around between 4.5 to 5. So I like what we're setting up with on this one. Let's go back to the end of day. When is the winner announcement? It's random. So we don't have a specific time we're going to be doing it, but we will be giving you guys that opportunity. So that's why you got to be here to claim that prize when we announce the winner there. Whew. All right. So doing good. 6.5%. Let's go. 7% coming up. All right. Do we see $6? Badger coming in with the $25 super chat. Thank you very much, Badger, for that. Marine for life. Working for the kids. Appreciate the effort. Thank you very much, Badger. All right. So ABUS has a nice run up coming, or as we can see, moving our line to stand up 570 now. We'll be locking in right around 5% if it breaks below that point, but right now it's looking pretty good. Want to see another push higher here. Currently sitting up 6%. Can we hit the 10 for 10 right out of the gate here this morning? That would be a great way to start off trading for charity, especially after yesterday when the markets, really didn't give us a whole lot of anything to work with. So glad to see we're getting some nice wind to our sails here today. And Mark coming in with the $50 super chat. Appreciate that, Mark. Thank you very much, everybody. Show Mark, show Badger some love. Thank you guys all very much for the support. And once again, thank you. We could not do this without you. So appreciate all the support you guys have given us over the last year, even more so, especially with all the live streams with that Glenn and I do ourselves. Patrick, can you translate that 10% into dollar and volume position? So if you have, let's say, $10,000 you put into the position and it goes up 10%, you just made $1,000 in 10 minutes off of a $10,000 position size. So there you go. All right, 8.5% coming in. But yeah, Archie, I mean, it depends on the portfolio size and depends on what amount you're putting in. No matter what amount you're putting in, though, I mean, the 10 for 10 rule, 10% on your investment is still going to be 10%. So the exact numbers would depend on how much you would be putting in per that position. But if you're going off the theoretical $100,000 value, then there you go. All right. Seeing a nice push. That's what we like to see. Getting close to that $6 range, almost at that 10% mark. I'm going to go ahead, get my order ready because we've definitely met that 10 for 10, or coming up on 10 for 10. There we go. Where is it at? 597, 597. Let's see if we can break $6. Can we break 6 here today? There's 6. So at $6 even, that puts us right at that 10% mark. What list did I use? So Jim, as always, I started off taking a look at my favorite search. So that would be the Daily Boomers % price change found inside the VectorVest Unisearch. By far one of my favorite candidates to look at. Great for finding some day trade candidates, especially when you have really good opportunities or really good market conditions as well. Let's see. So my 197% is good. That's right. Very good, Troy. Very good. All right. Stalling out a little bit, taking a little bit of a breather. No surprise, but I like seeing the DPO starting to pick up, confirming this upward move here. It still is lower than a gap up, but no surprise. When you gap up in the morning, you're going to typically see something around those lines unless the stock really continues to run right out of the gate. But right now, keeping an eye on it. I'm letting it consolidate. It briefly for one moment hit $6. That's fine. I'm letting it consolidate. Maybe have a slight pullback. That's healthy. That gives a new opportunity for buyers to jump on board, especially after this run. There's a lot of eyes probably looking at it, especially when you look at the volume. That can tell us a lot of people are paying attention to this trade right now. And looking at it, over the course of this run, we've had a nice sea of green down here at the bottom, telling us the buyers are outpacing the sellers currently, and that's what you want to have. All right, 602. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 607. Whoo-wee. Stealing that from Glenn? That's fine. You know what? I'm going to put it in, let's see, 615. I'm going to put my sell order in at 615, see if I get filled there. If not, I'll go ahead and adjust it and should be getting filled at that point. Whew. All right, so waiting for the final tally to come on board. Waiting for it to go through. Thank you very much, Peter. Appreciate that. And once again, thank you everybody for all the kind words about the Color Guard report. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. Apologize for Monday night being so late. Apparently there is a data issue. I had to wait a while, and so that didn't come out till way late at night. But luckily we got it out there for you guys. And yesterday, hopefully, was out right on time to meet your expectations. All right, so ABUS, there we go. Let's go ahead, pull up our history, take a look at the finalized numbers on that one. Let's go close. So 12.8% so far in that few minute period. That is exactly what we want to see. Portfolio up nicely. Portfolio now up overall in the green. We've had a few decent trades with those, and this one is no exception. All right, so as always, once you have a great trade, the best thing to possibly do is move on. Once you've closed out of that trade, move on. Don't try to go double dip, because that is an emotional play, and that is exactly what we don't want to do. So what we prefer to do is, once you have made your trade, you move on, because if you try to go back, you already have that psychological high of, oh yeah, I just made a great trade. I just made a decent trade, made some money real quick. And so I could do this again. And then you go back in and your emotions are taking the best of you at that point. And then it clouds your judgment. And if it starts pulling back, you say, well, I already have some gains in that position from earlier, so maybe I can hold on to it a little longer. And then all of a sudden it goes away. And by the time you close out of it, you've given all your gain back from the first initial trade. And then you maybe even lost some from that initial trade as well on the overall. So best, once you're done, move on. Don't ever double dip in a trade, especially if you're day trading. So ABUS, thank you very much for your time, and we will see you later. Get rid of it here. Build-A-Bear, a nice steady run as well with this one. I like what we're seeing with that. We'll go ahead and close. Actually, Harry had some stocks he wanted to take a look at. Let's go ahead. Let me find that real quick, and we can take a look at them. So SITM and LEN. SITM, LEN. All right, so there we go. Anybody else lock those gains in on ABUS while we're talking about it? Curious to see. That is Steve's coming in saying that's true. Exactly same thing happened with me. Hey, I've been there before. The reason I say that is because I've been through those situations. For anybody not familiar, I also host the Jockey Club every Tuesday. I didn't do it this week because of the crazy schedule I'm put into, or I'm having right now. Glenn luckily was able to take care of that. But on Tuesdays, I do a lot of day trading in our Jockey Club, which is our live trading room we do Monday through Friday. And that has been one of the rules I talk about time and time again. Never double dip on a trade. Once you get in, you make your gains, move on after that. 12%. There you go, Chris. Awesome. Glad to see it. Glad to see everybody's making money. Starting off a great way for trading for charity here today. Definitely a lot different of a pace than what we started off with yesterday. So I like where we're going with this session here today. Sold early at 6%. Hey, 6% is still 6%. I'd rather make money than lose money, Brett. So congrats. Well done. All right. So SITM has been looking nice and steady over the last 6 months. Stochastics does tell us it's a little overbought right now. And man, when this thing drops, it drops quick, but then it tends to rally back, which is definitely a positive sign. For the short term, right now, the 3 and the 8 are still positive. DPO is giving me a little bit of concern where we're hitting a lower high potentially right now. But at the same time, we need to see it start to take out that lower high pattern. And Kajal coming in as a new subscriber. Welcome to VV Nation, Kajal. Thank you for all your support. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the community. All right, so that is one thing I want to see. I want to see price really start to move higher, and I want to see this previous high on the DPO, which is a momentum indicator, be taken out. If I can't see that, that definitely brings me a little worry on a short-term basis that we may be in for temporary pullback. Let's go take a look at LEN. So Lennar, I don't like what I'm seeing here. Clear selling volume coming in on that high, but as always, volume is conviction. So let's go ahead and take a look at the volume on that candle and zoom in a little bit. And volume, yes, it's higher relative to what it had been trading at the last few days before that, but it's not really higher than where it typically trades at. So that is more of a weaker signal since we don't really have that conviction or that volume move to really confirm that there was a lot of selling pressure there. And as you can see, it has quickly recovered, but still way off those highs. At this time, the 3 and the 8 are trying to turn positive. Let's see, 108.20 or 108.13, 108.23 on the 8. I would like to see the 3 cross above the 8. I'd like to see stochastics actually turn positive again. DPO is what it is for the time being. Lines in the sand, I would definitely be putting a support floor right around 105. And I'd like to really see it break out of this previous high around 112. If it can't do that, there you go. So you have your line of sand or you have your resistance at 112, support at 105. That's the 2 levels you want to be watching. And as Jay said, as always, we've got 90, almost 100 people on here today so far and only 24 likes. If you haven't already, smash that like button, share this with all your friends, share this with all your family. Once again, the more people we have subscribing to the channel throughout this month, the more money VectorVest will donate to the cause. So it takes you guys don't have to donate anything, and it just takes you guys spreading the good word about the cause or the trading for charity event that we're trying to raise money for. And that's all it takes is just a simple subscribe or smash that subscribe button as well. All right, so now we've got that. We've got a decent gain so far. We have some stocks we're taking a look at. The other one that somebody, who was it, wanted to take a look at was Mrna, I believe. We'll definitely pull that up and find it here. So Mrna, pulling back off the news that, oh wait, Omicron may not be as severe or as serious as everybody was making it out to be. Surprising, right? But yeah, that's what we're seeing. Mrna pulling back a little bit right now. You do have lower highs, lower lows. You tried to break that lower high, lower low pattern here. Failed to do so, quickly pulling back right now. I'd be a little cautious with this one, at least for the short-term basis. And let things, let the situation that this is all trading off of play out a little bit more. So that way you can have a little bit more consistency or a little bit more information to make a better informed decision. Yes, you may be giving up a little bit of gain, but for that extra comfort of consistency, my opinion, it's worth it. So take that for what you will. You're welcome, Lee. Made 11.4% on A-Bus. Well done, Lee. Congrats. All right, so I love seeing everybody making money here with us today. That's the best way to get started for a Trading for Charity day. All right, have a few other stocks coming in. So looking at Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear, clear reversal starting to come in. Gapped up to a new high and then quickly slammed down. Volume picking up a little bit, and now all of a sudden, lower highs, lower lows being formed. So be careful on the pullback for BBW. Doesn't mean it's a bad trade, just means that, you know, short term for right now, there's definitely some downside risk here. Who is the leader of VB Nation? That's me, Mark. You put us into a competition, no matter what type of competition it is, I'm going to win 9 times out of 10. So I'm going to go ahead and state that. I'll take that. I'll take that title. All right. So we had Box. And what was the other one? We looked at Mrna, MCRB. So Box really just moving sideways right now. I would need to see some actual movement one way or the other. MCRB, yeah, starting to run once again. Definitely had some volatility, some struggles getting started, but now off to the races. Yeah, Glenn may have came up with a name, but I will take the crown for as leader role. I'm just waiting for Glenn to come in the office or come across the hallway and yell at me right now. All right, Apple, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's zoom out. So Box, even at this stage, you know, what we're seeing in price here shows exactly what we're seeing on the intraday basis. Just a sideways move. You're at these levels of resistance. It couldn't break above it, so I'd be very, very cautious right now. MCRB, so gap down, MCRB, trying to break through resistance. That's why we're seeing that move here today. You know, from a technical standpoint, as always, you know, people will try to give a reason for what they see on the charts after the fact. But in actuality, all it comes down to is reading the charts. What we're seeing is a retest of 1096. We're breaking through that as of right now. So that's why if it breaks past this level of resistance, then 90% chance that it fills this gap all the way up. Where is it at? Up to 20. So, you know, that's 100% run to fill that gap. Not a bad target there. All right, let's see. Got a few others coming in. Oh yeah, we looked at Apple. We had Apple here. Where was it? Apple's looking nice here today. You had a level of resistance set at 165, clearly broke above that as of today. The volume yesterday is a strong indication that today's upward move was coming in. You know, it's interesting. After we finished yesterday's session, I was watching a few different stocks, watching a lot of different areas of the market. And about halfway through the day yesterday, after about, 1, 2 o'clock, the vast majority of stocks started coming back and started rallying there. Yes, we finished off red yesterday, but when you look at what was going on around the market, you saw a lot of buying going in all across the board, telling us that people were okay with where the market was at and saw it as a good buying opportunity, or big money saw it as a good buying opportunity to buy the dip, if you will. And that's exactly what we've been noticing, and that's, led to this run here today. SYBX, we can definitely take a look at that. What else? TVTX, ARDX. And while I'm typing these in, as always, if you guys are just now tuning in, welcome first and foremost. VBIV. Oh, there we go. Welcome as always. If you guys aren't already signed up to win or get a chance to win the Tampa 2-day event, the giveaway that we have coming up in a little bit, make sure to type green into the chat there so that way you can get signed up, and we will be announcing that winner in a little bit from now. All right, so going through some of these, let's go ahead and take a look. TVTX had a great run earlier today, taking a little bit of a pullback. You know, after a big run, no surprise. But right now, where is that? You have some support coming in right around 29.10 or so. Kiss that 29.10 support floor, waiting to see what happens from that point. If it breaks below that, then you definitely is not finished, pulling back or resetting there. ARDX had a great run this morning, but now starting to cool off a little bit. We've seen this happen though. Sometimes after these sell-offs, they pull back for a bit. You wait, and then all of a sudden wait for the opportunity to jump on board for that second run later on. But at $1.40, be careful. That lower price range means every single penny will count. So be very cautious with that. So John, we can go back and take a look at those in a second there. SYBX, not a whole lot of volume on this one, so be careful. Yes, you could probably get filled if you try to get in, but trying to get out, there's not very many buyers, so you're gonna have a hard time getting out of it. So be careful with that. VBIV, steadily moving lower right now. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. VBIV looks like a dead cat bounce here. Yes, it moved higher quickly, gapped up, but then it's steadily been falling back down to earth. SYBX, lower highs, lower lows. By the basic definition, still in a downtrend right now. ARDX, gap down from $8 all the way down to $2 overnight, and then it's just been moving sideways. But one thing I will say, you saw a huge increase in volume here and a huge increase in volume here today. Now, a lot of that has been made up by selling volume, as we saw earlier, but this could be an interesting one to keep an eye on just for the increase that we're seeing in volume here on these lower dollar stocks. That can usually be a tall tale sign that somebody is loading up, somebody knows something that others don't, and could be a good opportunity to jump on board with big money there. All right, TVTX, pulling back a little bit right now. Realistically, after it's had a great run, nobody wants to sell out after a decent run, especially on a slight pullback. I need to see it break past this downtrend line, and that would be a new opportunity to jump on board. If we can break past that, though, then that would negate this bearish divergence we see with the DPO steadily moving lower as price has been moving higher. So that's what I'd be looking for, is a breakout of that resistance or that downtrend line. If it can't do that, and let's see, where did it gap up to? Watch for the gap. So gapped up to here, 27.63. That would be a final line in the sand to protect yourself from the downside there. We'll have to have a contest for that one there, Jay. Let's see. All right. With that, let's go ahead. Let's jump back into our favorite search. So Daily Boomers, forget who was asking about it, but Daily Boomers is found in searches price volume. I'm going to go ahead and rerun it. We've given it a little bit of time. We've looked at some stocks. Let's see if we can find another winner here today. All right. So there's our ABUS. Whew, I like where we got out of that one. That was definitely a great run there. AHI is a lot more volatile, but you are seeing some new buying pressure coming in. We'll add to the list just to keep an eye on. Build-A-Bear looks to be turning back around. SDIG, I like this company. They reported earnings last night. They had a over 600% increase in revenue year over year. So that was a huge sign for them. STRN could be an interesting one. MRAI. CYN, pretty volatile, but it takes off, pulls back. Keep an eye on that one for the pattern there. Let's see. What else do we have? OLMA, maybe. I like some of the other ones a little bit better so far. All right. Let's go ahead. All right. Out of these, what we're going to add on. OLMA, we'll add in that. CYN, MRAI, STRN, Build-A-Bear, we already have that, and AHI. All right. AHI. And then I know there's one more I'm missing. MRAI. Yep, MRAI. All right. So, Build-A-Bear. What we see. Resistance right here at 2252. We do have some support now at 2162 or 2167. Volume's lightening up throughout this consolidation here. Let's see which way the market's going to start moving from here. OLMA. Keep this in our back pocket. CYNA. Pop, pull back. Bigger pop, pulling back. I want to see that new buying just like we saw here, just like we saw here. Right before these big run-ups, I want to see that new buying coming in. You can look at the selling volume, and selling volume is minuscule compared to the buying volume. This is what we like to see. So therefore, this is what we're waiting on is, pullback and then new signs that it's starting to take off. It is in oversold territory, so that's a positive sign. Just be patient for this one. We'll let it take its time. STRN. So seeing that last minute's candles shows a lot of selling pressure coming in. I'd be extremely cautious with this one. If we could short it, which we've tried shorting, or we've tried finding a few different stocks to short. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of success because a lot of stocks to short definitely requires your broker having those shares on inventory. And, depending on the broker, it makes it difficult to find shares available. All right, so AHI, volume seems to be lightening up. This push here was clearly not as strong as this push here. A few halts here even today. Those are definitely some fun times if we can take advantage of those. All right. Let's see, an MRAI. Where's that support floor at? We have support around 442. A little bit above that. Let's say 444. 444. All right, so 444 is our floor on that one. Would like to see it retest and then take off from that point. But we also need to see volume. As always, volume is conviction. And right now we don't have a lot of conviction behind that. AHI could take off if we can get out of this consolidation here. You see, as I've talked about it, the second I started mentioning it, it started doing it, but then quickly came back down. All right. So, yeah, that's what we're waiting to see on that one. Why we're looking through these. As always, if you guys haven't, I know there's a lot of new faces here right now. If you haven't already, make sure to type in green in the chat so that way you can get your chance to win access to the Tampa 2-day event coming up at the beginning of January, or the middle of January. So I'm watching AHI. This has been an interesting one. So we have resistance there at 439. We have support here throughout this consolidation at 423. Let's see what happens. Is the first Wednesday of the month. Yes, we do have the, for anybody who's enjoying today's stream and wants to see more of of the content that we do here on a regular basis here on the VectorVest YouTube channel, We do have our hot stock panel coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern today. So keep an eye out for that. Come hang out with us and see some great trading opportunities for the holiday season there. All right. I'm going to go ahead, get this set up. Just in case. Whoo! All right. Is that selling pressure, though, coming in? I'm going to let this minute play out. That is a lot of volume coming in. But can it close towards that high there? And it did. Pull back. All right, I'm going to place an order at 455 or 450. And here's how I'm going to handle it. Let me see if I get filled. So I've got an order in for 450. We have support at 439. I will even move that up just a little bit. So 440. I will give it a 10-cent downside if it gets filled to give it some wiggle room here. I'm waiting to see if we get filled though. Come on, you can do it. Just a quick touch at 450. We're going to get it. All right, let's see if we're going to get that fill at 450. We may not. Slight pullback. I'm okay with it pulling back. You know, my order, I'm going to go ahead and put it in 449. Let's get 450 on the dot. There we go. I'm going to change this. There we go. I'm going to thin that out a little bit as well. So this dotted green line is my order at 450. So far, we have not been filled on that order. Looking at it here, strong buying pressure, weaker selling pressure. Where's that high there? 487. All right, so looks like we have the winner. Sujit coming in as our winner for the giveaway. Sujit, if you're here, let us know in chat that you're here, and we will make sure we get you all set up for that one. Congratulations. All right, let's go. I'm pulling this up. I like the look on this, and it's still running here. Let's see, 485. All right, you know what? Actually, my order didn't get filled. I'm not going to chase it. I got to stay disciplined. I'm not going to chase it. Here, all right, awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations on winning access to the Tampa Today event. To get this added to your account, make sure to get this added for you so that way you can attend. Send us an email at connect@vectorvest.com, and we will make sure we get you all set up and ready to go for the Tampa Today event. All right, so AHI, we liked it. Unfortunately, didn't get filled in time, so therefore, gonna move on. Wait for another opportunity. So STRN coming down, retesting support at 415. And Bill coming in with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Bill. Glad you could be here today. BB Nation, show Bill some love. Thank you for all your support, Bill. All right, let's go with this one. Let's see. We saw a little bit of a pop on volume here, but no real confirmation with the candle or candlestick there. So be patient with this one. We got a few different candidates to keep an eye on. All look potential, or all have that potential that we're looking for here today. CY and A, pullback, pop, but no volume yet. Is the volume just starting to come in? Let's go ahead, zoom in a little bit. Use our date line. So there's that big volume, but it pulled back on that candle. Whenever you see a closed candle, imagine it just like a curtain or a blind in your window. You pull that blind down to block the sun out, and therefore it's closed blind. Same situation here. Whenever you have a filled candle, that tells us it opened up higher and moved lower. So that's not a strong sign when you see that strong volume there, or that slight uptick in volume there. So for now, simply move on. OLMA, now starting to see a new uptrend forming. You have higher lows here, seeing the buying volume coming in just a couple of minutes earlier. So OLMA, I like what we're seeing with this one. Build-A-Bear pulling back right at that support floor there. Whew, so AHI pulling back almost that 450 threshold. Is it setting up for another run even? Hey, Carl, thank you for that comment. Appreciate it. Glad you could be here today. All right, so keeping an eye on AHI again. You know, yes, we missed out on that run. Pulled back. Is it getting ready to repeat, though? That's the key question we're going to keep an eye on here. MRAI broke that support, continuing to move lower, staying away from that one for the time being. STRN breaking that support. So right now, a few of these we're going to get rid of. MRAI, we'll get rid of that one. What else do we want to get rid of? Clear up some space for us. OLM. Yeah, we can definitely take a look here. Give us 1 minute. We're trying to find another trade. We've been looking at stocks for a little bit. I want to see if we can get a trade again, and then we'll go back and take a look at those here for you. All right. So CYN, still no volume confirming that pop there. Be careful with this one. If liquidity is drying up, yes, you'll be able to get filled, but you'll have a hard time getting out. AHI. Looks like it's trying to turn back around, but is it? We gotta zoom in. Not quite yet. There's a lot of selling pressure at those highs. A lot of people taking profits at that point. We need to see a turnaround, and that's what we're looking for on that one. So STRN breaking that support. I don't like what we're seeing with that candle. Yes, you have a tall tail or a long tail behind it, showing some buying pressure coming in, but still, you broke support, out the door. That uptrend is starting to dissipate there. What else do we have? I want to see CYN has a nice setup here. Pulled back, took off, showed a recovery, pulled back to a higher low, and now starting to move higher there. If we can break past that 610, we need to see volume coming in, though. That's the only issue. Volume is really giving us a struggle right now with that one. And then AHI breaking that initial entry of that 447, coming all the way back down to 440 here right now. Real quick. Apple. So Apple, yeah. Going back for you, John, when you look at Apple, Apple had the pullback, breakout. Today is that breakout day. Yesterday we closed right below that resistance level. Today is that breakout day. Now, you could take this one of two ways. You can either be more aggressive and jump on it today, and if you do, then you have your line in the sand at 165. Or if you want to be a little bit more prudent with your entry, you could wait for tomorrow, because the breakout day, there's still a lot of trading left. It could start pulling back, and by the end of the session, you're closing right around that support floor. So therefore, you could wait for follow through that next day, and that would be your entry. Granted, if you do wait for follow through, you could potentially give up some gain, but you're taking that risk and lessening that risk for more consistency. So that's your risk to reward profile with that. It's up to you how you want to play that, but there's two different opportunities. You could either be more prudent and wait for follow through tomorrow, or jump on board more aggressively here today and wait to see if it can hold that 165 line in the sand there. MCRB, same situation. MCRB, you have this level of resistance at 1096. You are at a strong level of resistance. If it breaks this point here, probability tells us there's a 90% chance that it goes from this resistance floor and fills this gap, which is almost 100% gain from where it's currently trading at. So you have a huge upside potential, but there's still a lot of trading left. If you're going to be taking it as a swing trade, the best advice is waiting closer for the end of the day to see if you can find more consistency with it before jumping on board. If you jump on board now, you have, what is that, about 4.5 hours of trading before the market closes. And that's a lot of time still for things to happen. So it depends on your personal preference, your risk tolerance, those types of things. But with MCRB, you have a strong support floor. If you want to use that 1096, that wouldn't be a bad place to go. Or that wouldn't be a bad line in the sand. Same thing as what we noticed with Apple. If you wanted to use, jump on board now at 169, you have that support floor at 165. $4 a share on a $170 stock, not a big move there. So you have an extremely tight stop to help keep yourself protected in case you aren't, or that isn't the official breakout day. Watch A-Bus 5 minutes. So A-Bus, we are out of A-Bus and moving on from A-Bus there. Build-A-Bear is starting to break down a little bit. So let's go get some new candidates, freshen things up a little bit. We'll go back to our favorite search here. See if new candidates have come in yet. As always, this is one of my favorite things I love about the Daily Boomer search, is it updates all throughout the day. So every time I run the search, if there's new stocks meeting that criteria, then those will show up. So that's why, it's okay to go in and refresh to whatever news, or refresh that search, because you could potentially find new candidates that look even better or who are just starting to make a run. And that's what we're looking for. All right, so STRN, we've moved away from those. QTNT, low volume. So I don't like the volume aspect of things. Overall, it has that nice higher high, higher low pattern, but the volume is definitely lacking, especially at a $2 price range. What else do we have? Mrna coming in. So Mrna's probably getting a rise from SDIG, most likely here. BHG, not really at the time. I'm looking for something with a nice setup. And right now, everything is either already had that setup and come and gone, or consolidating still. So we're being patient. AHI could be set up at 440. What was that? VNTR. That thing is getting smoked like a pound of bacon. I like the beat setup as well. Unfortunately, just no real trading activity with this one. Whew, this one's up nice here today. Also, if anybody's not familiar with SDIG, I highly recommend if after today's stream, go take a look at a video I did. I did it right before the IPO got released a little over a month ago. But I did a piece on that because it's an interesting play. I like the stock. I like the setup. I like what they do. They're making communities better. All while mining crypto. So it's the best of both worlds. You give back to your community while also, making money for yourself. So I like that business model. So 440 for the setup. Let's see. We zoom in a little bit. One of the things I will say to be careful with, yes, we have the support floor, but when you come all the way back down to this support floor at 440, that is showing some weakness. That is a lot of selling pressure kicking in. You have a lower high here with the DPO as price was hitting a higher high. So be careful with that. Also, 3 and the 8 are still negative. Yes, stochastics is oversold, but stochastics can stay oversold. So while I like where it's at, that pullback all the way from 5 down to 440, really negates that big run up that it had. I need to see some signs of life kicking in before I jump on board with that. That's why I put my order in. If I didn't get filled, okay, so be it. Patience. I'll wait for this minute. After seeing what that selling pressure there, I'll wait. I'll get a trade ticket ready, just in case. Trading for charity. I'm not going to put nearly the amount of capital I had initially set up for it. If I put an order in, I'm putting it in at 460. And then 450 is my line in the sand. All right, let's see where I got filled at that one. Yeah, because I didn't like that setup. That's why I did not put a full position size into it. Cancel that out. Let's see if it didn't sell it. All right, so it filled it at, where's my 459 is my cost per share. All right, so unfortunately, we did not get that order canceled in time. This is what I didn't like about the setup here. But that's why, to minimize any sort of a loss, I minimized the position size. If I wasn't as comfortable with it as I typically am, or as I was with the A-bus setup, that is another way you can help minimize your potential risk, is maybe then don't put as much capital into that trade or that position at the time. That way you're less exposed to that one trade. All right, so we're in. We have our buy order in, or we got filled at 459 as our cost per share. 450 is our line in the sand. Let's see if we can break above that. Looking to see it break this threshold right here. And then it ran up to 5. So, realistically, maybe a target somewhere in between the 460 and 5 could be an interesting place to look at. All right, let's see if it can get going, though. I'm going to be patient with it. We'll give it a little bit of time to develop. Come on, let's see that new buying pressure coming in. You do have higher lows still being formed, so that is a positive. But I want to see that pattern continue. Bill wanted to come in and take a look at ASX. We can definitely do that in just a moment. Let's finish up this trade before we jump into other stocks here. As always, whenever I'm going to be doing a day trade, I'm going to be 100% focused on that trade and that trade only. As you guys saw yesterday and you guys have seen in other times, whenever you start looking at other trades and take your eyes off the one that you're actually in, that's when you start to make mistakes. You miss, potentially closing out with a gain, or it drops quickly and then you end up closing with a bigger loss than you should have. And you can really mess up a trade, especially on a day trade, which can have some quick movements either direction, by taking your attention off your trade. So when you're day trading, we want to teach you guys proper technique. And that trade, or that proper technique, is once you're into the trade, focus on that trade and that trade only. Don't go, looking at other stocks at the time, or don't go start, looking for other trades. Wait for that trade to finish and then go in and do whatever else you need to. All right, so AHI is still holding that 450 level for the time being. Got filled at 445, 10%, 490. Is this okay? I'd say that's pretty okay. Archie, but was it within 10 minutes? That is the better question to ask. Did you make 10% in 10 minutes? Yes or no? Let's see. I'm waiting for the response. All right, so still holding in right between 450 and 460. Consolidating right now. If it breaks above 460, we are off to the races. But we need to see that breakout. Right now, volume is still pretty light, telling us not a lot of activities going on. Nobody's really buying or selling currently. We need to see which side's going to start taking the lead here. Come on, AHI. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's see. Is it going to hold? Right now it's holding. But then again, right now volume is light as well. Still in? Okay. So, yeah, then that's still not bad. You got in, where is that? 440 right here. So you got in right off of that support floor. All right, yeah. Let's go. These higher lows. We want to see these higher lows lead to higher highs. Do I have a time limit? Not really. I mean, sometimes you have to be patient. Like we saw last week, we had that 18% runner, and we had to wait for a while. I mean, we went way longer than we typically do for the Trading for Charity events, and it paid off though. It went sideways for a little bit. We, weren't really going anywhere, weren't going up, weren't going down, just moving sideways in a channel. We were range bound. And then we were patient. Once we broke that channel, then the stock started running. All right, so with this one, I'm going to go ahead and dump it. It's not seeing a lot of volume, but it is steadily moving lower. You broke my line of stand at 450. You got followed through on this minute. Sticking to my plan. I'll wait for this minute to finish, but this is going to be my deciding minute because this is my confirmation minute, if you will. If it can't get back above 450, I'm out. Let's see. Be patient. Wait for that minute to develop. All right, and it failed to do so. So that tells us at this point, we are now... And actually, I think we ended up getting a little lower than this one back here. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're a little lower than where we were back here. Also, selling volume picking up a little bit. So 440. 10% in 10 minutes. Yeah, that's my good rule of thumb that I tend to follow. If I get 10% in 10 minutes, I'm out. No need to stick around. 10% in 10 minutes is a pretty good annualized rate of return. So, all right, let's go ahead, get that sell order in. got distracted. Let's go. Where was it? 442, 444. All right, start to move. Come on. I was getting ready to send it through, but let's see. Always be an optimist. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to. There we go. Show me the money. All right, there we go. So AHI getting back above. All right. I closed out of my trade ticket just for now. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm seeing the buying volume coming in. That is definitely what you want to see. It's gone from 440 to 460 pretty much in a matter of 1 minute on strong volume. That's a good sign. Trying to break through resistance. Can we do it? There we go. We're in the green. Up 0.5%, 1%. There we go. Let's go. Let's go, boys and girls. Exit plan is at also 10% down. So exit plan, I usually, Archie, I talk about my line in the sands. For example here, my line in the sand, I got filled at 460 or 459 to be exact. I liked that line of sand at 450. That gave it a 10-cent move because that was a support resistance zone more so than a 10% from my initial purchase price. The way I use support resistance as my exit strategy is if it breaks down below that support floor and then gets followed through. So once it closes that minute out below that support floor and then gets followed through that next minute and still stays below that, that's when I start getting my order ready and getting ready to place that trade to close it out. You always want to wait for follow through. That's where that patience comes into play. Just right now, it closed down below that 450 level, which is my line of sand. Closed here, made me a little hesitant. I got the order ready, started getting ready to place it. And then all of a sudden, by the time I was getting ready to send the trade through, you saw the confirmation that it started reversing. Well, that's paid off. That allowed me to stick around a little longer. And now instead of closing it out for a loss, I'm now back in the green on the trade. So that's why I tend to follow that. And if you have, it depends on your broker. If you have your broker platform right up, you can have that trade ready to go a little bit quicker. Or if you have the robo trader, you can place it just like I'm doing here. So it's all about following your plan and sticking to your rules though. That's what it really comes down to at the end of the day. All right, AHI, it's trying to break out. We've had now 1 and 2 touches against this resistance at 459. You can do it, AHI. Seeing that pressure coming in. Let's go. You know you want to run one more time for everybody here for Trading for Charity. You know you want to help out. You know you want to support the cause. Let's see it, AHI. You can do it. Setting up nicely. You have consolidation, pop, consolidation. Let's see that pop come in. I like the setup so far though. The overall pattern, higher highs, higher lows. I love to see some halting coming in once again, getting some explosive moves. Love to see some of this volume that we saw back here coming in here. Let's see if we can get that here today. What about trading a whole day follow through, not having to watch? So on a whole day, if you're going to be like swing trading rather than day trading, Archie, what I'd recommend is, you don't have to watch the whole day, but make sure to take a look at the stock or take a look at that one that you're interested in. 30 minutes to 15 minutes before the market closed or before the market closes and see where you're at that point. See if you have that follow through that you're looking for. And then that could be your opportunity to jump on board or simply, stay away from it. But spend 5 minutes taking a look at the chart. And I say this time and time again, if you spend more than 5 minutes looking at an individual chart, most likely you are trying to find a reason to buy that stock rather than having the stock sell itself to you. And If you're trying to find a reason, that is your emotions talking. That is not sound logic talking. That is not a systematic approach. So I will leave it at that. All right, we saw the same kind of look back here where it ran up quickly, came back down, ran up quickly, came back down. Let's see if this minute repeats. Let's see if we have a repeating session right here. So I hope that answers your question. All right, because looking at this right here, strong volume, I don't like that tall wick on top of the candle here. Came right back down to support, or 460. Let's see if we get a big push higher here. Come on, AHI. Let's go. Let's go. Up and away. You know you want to. You know you want to. Come on. Winner, chicken dinner. Go. I want to see volume coming in. The volume is what I really want to see. Right now, volume is still pretty light on these last 2 minutes. Therefore, the main volume is on here, which is not a good sign or not a good look. But we want to see if that can be invalidated. That look here can be invalidated with a move coming up. Previous high, where was it? $5 even. Let's go, boys and girls. In the words of Ryan Cohen, buckle up, everyone. Let's go. This could be a bumpy ride. Yell out, show me the money. That's right. All right, on the count of 3, everybody's going to yell at your computers, show me the money. And if you're in public, I feel sorry for you, but you still got to do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Show me the money. Let's go. Let's take off. Let's make new highs. Let's see this thing start rocking and rolling. Let's get 2 for 2 here today. We already have about 2% gain. Not bad. I want more, though. I want more. Come on, boys and girls. Let's go. Let's see if we can take off. Coming right back down. So, took off, broke out of resistance, pulled back, supporting it. Let's see if we can hold. We're holding that right now. No real selling volume though. Volume is still really, really light on this pullback. So be careful. Don't overreact to it. All right, there we go. I like that tall tail there. Somebody saw that 450 level as a good opportunity to jump on board. Bought that pullback. We need to say it louder. All right, on the count of 3, everybody. And if you're in public watching this stream on your cell phone or a tablet, I feel bad for you, but hey, that's your choice that you're out in public to have to do this. So on the count of 3, everybody's going to yell as loud as they can, show me the money. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Show me the money, AHI. Let's go. All right. I didn't hear everybody. And Glenn, I'm talking about you. I can't hear you. Come on. Let's go. Let's bounce off. Let's take off from here. Get back above that 460 level. Start to run. Come on, boys and girls. Let's go. Let's make some money with it. Take off. And now. All right, so there we go. Let's see the show me the monies in the chat. There we go. Glenn didn't play. I know, Chris. I think he was he was away from his desk for a second. I think I heard him just walking through the hallways. That's why. Hey, Glenn, we need to hear you say, show me the money. Oh, come on. It knows Glenn's getting back to his desk. Hey, Glenn. Let me hear show me the money. Yeah, show me the money. Show me the money. So for anybody who doesn't know, Glenn actually sits right across the right across the wall for me. So this is I can actually talk to him and hear him why he's doing the Jockey Club or why he's doing his streams. I can hear him through the wall there. All right, there we go. There we go. It knows Glenn's back. Maybe he said it. Let's go. Let's break this 460. Time to run, boys and girls. In the background, I'm in the stock at this time. So did you say it, Glenn? No? That's the big issue. Did you say show me the money? And that's what we're waiting to hear. We need everybody out there chanting it. All right, come on, come on. We still have the higher lows. I like seeing that. What is this? Double bottom essentially right here at 440. Double bottom bouncing off, trying to break through this channel. We've been in this sideways move, but now we have a higher low being formed. Let's take off from here. I know, Mark. Come on, we can do it. Just be patient. Looking at the volume. This volume through this sideways move is pretty light. We want to see it. We want to see that new buying volume coming in. Can we get it? Zoom back into it. Come on, boys and girls. Come on, come on. 450. Let's bounce off of 450. Let's start moving higher here. I don't like the fact that volume is picking up a little bit on that last minute. Let's go. Let's go. Volume's light though. Come on. Let's see that bigger volume coming in. Let's push. 460. Let's get above that. Nope, nope. Wrong way. 460. Keep an eye on the volume here. Got about 15 seconds left on this minute. I'm not liking what we're seeing. You saw the weaker volume there. Come on. All right. So a little bit of buying at that 450 level. But I don't like the look that we're seeing here. Every time it's getting to this 460 level, start seeing some profit taking going on. Come on, boys and girls. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Said it earlier. We can do it, though. Got to be patient. As we saw with AHI, you saw the same type of thing here. And look what happened. After it started seeing some new movement or some bigger volume coming in, it took off. That's what we're looking for through here. You still have the overall pattern of higher highs and higher lows. By the basic definition, putting us in an uptrend. Just waiting for that next uptrend or that next leg to start taking off. Come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We can do this. 454. Let's see, 460. Seeing some buying pressure. AMD. We'll take a look at other trades here in a second. As always though, this is a day trade. Once on a day trade, we stick to that trade and focus on that trade. We don't go jump around from one stock to the next. We want to practice and teach strong and good habits. So if you're day trading out there, this is a great habit to follow. Once you're in a trade, that should be your focus until you're out of it. Once you're out of it, then you have all the time in the world to go look at other stocks, go look at other trades, all of that. We've seen in the past, if you go start to look at other stuff or go start to do something else and you take your attention off your trade, one of two things could happen. Either you could miss that great opportunity to take your profit at the right time, or the stock starts turning around and drops and you don't follow your exit strategy properly and you take a bigger loss than what you were wanting to, and then that hurts your portfolio. So we'll look at a few other stocks here in a little bit. We want to finish out this trade though first. Right now in this sideways move, we'll stick with it, be patient. As we know, patience is a virtue and patience pays. So 450 still right now, it's just holding that support right at 450. We're in this sideways channel. We've tried breaking out, pulling back. Let's see another run from here. The selling volume is light throughout this move. That is definitely a positive overall. Saw a little bit of increase in selling volume here and here, but quickly made it back up here. So the bigger money is still long on the trade. Come on, bounce. Just being patient. Just being patient. Omar saying PROG 9 out of 10 short squeeze rating again. I don't know how they come up with that short squeeze rating, but I've got to call BS on that personally, Omar. as a longtime GME holder and somebody who's followed the meme stock craze religiously over the last year, I've got to call BS on that, because I mean GME and AMC, they say, have the 10 out of 10 short squeeze rating for months and then nothing ever happens. So I don't know what they look at, but I would take that whole thing with a grain of salt personally, but that's just my 2 cents. All right. Market is softening up. That's what I'm thinking here, Jay. I'm noticing, because don't forget, yesterday we did get into SDAO as a triple leverage contra ETF on the Dow. That is our hedge that we have in the portfolio. We were up a little bit. We had a nice little gain by the end of the session yesterday. With the pop this morning, that gain has turned down about 1%. 1%, hey, we can handle that. Still staying afloat. So I'm noticing with the SDAO, it's now above the level of 30. I know it was down about like the low 29 range earlier. So that's how I know that at least the Dow is softening up, or the Dow is softening up a little bit, because SDAO is starting to come back a little bit. So I've been monitoring that at my side screen. DTI almost dead even. Yeah, that's the thing, is I don't want to get too much into Jockey Club stuff here. So that's why I'm trying to stay away from the DTIs. This isn't the Jockey Club, so I don't want to make it a copy of the Jockey Club. I want to have its own unique feel here. Yes, we can use the VectorVest tools, but I'm not going to get into the Derby tools and all of that we use in the Jockey Club. I want to keep those things separate. So, but it would definitely be nice to add the DTI to the market timing to help get a sense throughout the day. That's for sure. All right, come on. We got to be patient. Wait. Let's see this go. While we're waiting, if you're sitting in the background, I know we have over 90 people, right around 100 people here with us right now. If you haven't already smashed that like button, if you've been enjoying today, if you've made some money on some of the trades we've been making money with here today, make sure to smash that like button right now. Let us know if you're new here in the chat. And if you can't chat with everybody else, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. There we go. So that way, VectorVest will make a donation on your behalf to help raise money for Toys for Tots and Levine's Children's Hospital. That's what this event is really all about, is to help raise money for a great cause. And every single new subscriber we get throughout the course of the Trading for Charity event, VectorVest will make a donation on your behalf. I don't know exactly where we're at on subscribers on the overall channel, but I'd love to see 10,000 subscribers by the end of this session, or by the end of this event. So that would be huge. VectorVest would have to put a lot towards the cause. So If you guys want to help support the cause, make sure to tell all your friends, all your family about this Trading for Charity event so they can come and subscribe to the channel. So that way we can get as many subscribers and as many new donations going towards the cause by the end of the event here. At the same time, if you are a subscriber, that also gives you the chance during these Trading for Charity events to win access to the Tampa 2-day event. So you have to be a subscriber to the YouTube channel, not to VectorVest specifically, but to the YouTube channel to be able to win. So make sure if you can't type into the chat that you click on that red subscribe button so that way you can get a chance to win. I believe next week is our last week for Trading for Charity, if I'm not mistaken. So let's get a strong push going into the final countdown here. And Bill's coming in with another $10 super chat. I love the animations on those, Bill. Thank you very much for your support. Once again, everybody, VV Nation, show Bill some love. Thank you, Bill. All right. Getting into it, I'm not really a fan of what we're seeing. Every single pop we've tried here, pulled back. Here, pulled back a little bit. Here, pulled back. Here, pulled back. We are seeing some weakness, and volume is confirming that. Volume is relatively lackluster. If volume was stronger right now, I'd give these weakness candles here a little bit more weighting. But the fact that volume is relatively weak for this time being throughout this sideways move tells us we just need to be patient. This is just how it was with that trade from last week where we did 18% on it. We have to be patient and wait for the trade to develop. In these sideways moves, I know it can get boring. Luckily, you guys have each other to hang out with in the community, also me to listen to and to hang out with. But these sideways moves, patience is your friend. There we go. This is why patience pays. You can't spell patience without P-A-Y. All right, maybe I'm wrong with that, but hey, the point is still made. Let's go. Let's see. Strong volume coming in. This is what we've been holding on for. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. Yeah, there we go. There we go, boys and girls. Let's go. 480. Nope. 480. Let's push. You got this. Nope. Wrong way. Keep going. Keep going. Go. New buying coming in. Let's go. If we hold above 460, that would be a really strong sign. Got about 8 more seconds left. No. Start going back up. There you go. We want to see this minute close in the upper 50%. Come on. You can do it. Pretty close. Right on the button on that 50% line there. Strong volume. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. We're still staying above that 460 level. That is the positive sign. That is what we're going to be focused on here. Let's go. Retested that 460. Bounce. Move higher from that point. Seeing a lot of buying coming into that 460 range. The second it pulls back to that point, we bounce off of that quickly. Let's go. Let's make some money with this one. 2 for 2 on trades here today. Clearly making up way more than what we saw yesterday. So this is exactly what we wanted here. And remember, I didn't initially like this setup back here. So I did put a smaller position size in, but if I can get a bigger gain, that can still make up the same amount overall. So that's what we're being patient and waiting for. There we go. I like seeing that. Buying off of that low there. That's what we want to see. Let's see. Starting to look like HI is working towards a wicked wedge play for us. Whew, you know how to speak my language, Franklin. You know how to get me going talking about wicked wedges. All right, yeah. Let's go ahead, put those lines on. Let's take a look. So here, a little bit, yes. You can make the case lower highs. I'd probably prefer to draw this one down here. Lower or higher lows. There we go. All right, yeah. So you do have consolidation. This is what I like to call the wicked wedge. What it is it's a consolidation pattern where you have lower highs and higher lows. During a wicked wedge, expect it or consider it like a spring or a coil where you take that coil and you tighten it and tighten it and tighten it, and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter until you can't tighten it anymore, and then it explodes or it busts. That's what we're seeing here. It's getting tighter and tighter and tighter as it's going towards that final apex. And if we break out of that consolidation, then you see an explosive move whichever way it breaks out. So if it breaks out to the upside, we're looking at an explosive move to the upside, probably taking out most likely these highs here around 5. If we break to the downside, though, that's where you want to cut your loss very quickly, minimize any sort of exposure. And because if it breaks to the downside, you typically see a strong downward move. So that is a great look. Thank you for pointing that out, Franklin. And anybody who knows me knows I love trading wicked wedge patterns. It's a great consolidation pattern. Yes, Badger. Yes, I did. And it's patience is spelled Paytience, right? Patience. I think that's how you spell it. All right. So looking at it here, we're staying above 460, and that is a strong sign. We're having higher lows still kicking in. That push got us above 460, and we haven't been able to break down below, getting back in that sideways channel. So this is exactly what we want to see. Yes, it's pulling back a little bit. That's fine. Let it reset and then take that second run. Out 5% profit. Not bad. Hey, 5% better than no percent. So yeah, well done, Archie. I'm glad to see a lot of people making money in these trades here today. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to help you guys make money while also bringing awareness to, the Trading for Charity event to help raise money for the kids as well that are going to be going through a harder holiday season, and to lighten it up, make it a little bit better. That's why we have this event going on right now. All right. I don't like seeing that though. Come on, light volume though. Let's bounce off of that lower part of the channel or lower part of the wedge. Bounce off, move higher. Come on, you can do it, AHI. You can do it. Yeah, there you go. Bounce off, bounce off, bounce, bounce. 1 penny, 2 pennies. Nope, 2 pennies the wrong way. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. Keep a close eye on it. Get back above 460. You don't want to stay down here. So just like we were talking about with our lines in the sand, 460 could be a strong line of sand now. You broke down below, so this would be that confirmation minute. Let's keep an eye on it though. You do have this trend line. It is holding that trend line. And David coming in with a $27.50 super chat. David, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here with us. And Archie coming in with a $10 super chat. Archie, thank you very much, guys. Everybody, show Archie, show Dave some love. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all the donations that have come in throughout the whole event, honestly. But today has a little bit of a different feel to it. So thank you guys. Thank you everyone for being here and helping support a great cause. We greatly appreciate it here from VV Nation. All right, so we broke down below that point. Get your order ready. I don't like seeing that. Apparently AHI is trying to ruin Trading for Charity today, but we're not going to let it. We're not going to let this one trade get us down. Let's go ahead, put that limit order in, 450. I have my finger on the trigger, ready to go. We want to see it get back above. It broke down below this wedge here. Are we going to get follow through? We need to see it close back above this trend line if we're going to stick in it. It's got about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's right at that trend line. Make or break. Make or break minute here, folks. It's going to make or break it. Come on, come on. Make or break minute. Let's go. Let's see what you want to do. Super chatosity. I like that, Mark. Yeah, we can go with that. From now on, they're going to be called super chatosities. All right, 452. Come on, we got to see a little bit stronger push. We got about 15 seconds left. Let's see that stronger push. Get back above. Get back inside of consolidation. No, wrong way. Wrong way. You're moving the wrong way here. All right, so that is our confirmation. Let's go ahead, set our order in. And George coming in as a new sub. Thank you, George, very, very much for all of your support. Welcome to VV Nation. Everybody, welcome, George, to VV Nation. All right, so 445. Let's go ahead, send that through. And if I need to change it, 445, there we go. And of course, I'm going to get out, and right after I get out, it takes off. But you know what? That's fine. Portfolio's in the green. That is another successful week of trading. We still have SDAO in the portfolio, which if things start getting ugly, SDAO will start making up for that, adding some more gains to the portfolio. There you go. AHI. Of course, I get out on the minute that we have followed through. But, you know, hey, I don't like what's going on. Let's go take a look at the market timing. Some people were bringing this up earlier. Market timing was having a great day so far, but now starting to pull back a little bit. So we are seeing some weakness. As we mentioned, when the MTI gets to those readings of 0.6 to 0.7, historically, that shows that the market is starting to look for a bottom. Let's go take a look. Here we go. Let's go ahead and put on some lines here real fast, so that way everybody out there can see. Let's go 0.6. That's 0.59. That's close enough for right now. So then I will use a horizontal line or a vertical line. And let's see. Wait, where did that line go? 0.6. Almost. There we go. All right, so 0.6. Here, touched, bounced off a little bit, but then here. There you go. You have, was that a bottom there? Let's go back here. Was this a bottom? Was this a pullback and a bottom right there? Was this a bottom here? Was this a bottom right in here? Was this a bottom? Was right now. So right now you're pulling back. Looking at the buy to sell ratio. Buy to sell ratio of 0.2. If you notice the numbers over here on the right, you can see the BSR number. We have the buy to sell ratio here getting at 0.2, not quite all the way oversold. 0.08. Was that a bottom right around that time frame? Was a bottom in, not right there. Where is it? So 0.2, bottom right around here. Yeah. Was there a bottom right around here? Yeah. Was there a bottom? Where is this? Not quite there. Nope, there wasn't a bottom there. So this is where it comes into play. This is why we talk about those readings of 0.6 on the MTI, or 0.6 to 0.7. Also on the buy to sell ratio, 0.2 and below. Both of those are great indications that the market's starting to look for a bottom. Doesn't mean they've officially hit that bottom, but that means that a bottom is coming in the very near future. So as we saw, we zoom back in. Let's go 3 months. Where's our readings at? MTI is getting close to that 0.6 threshold. Buy to sell ratio is getting close to that 0.2 threshold. We didn't quite get to those official numbers yesterday. So that tells us we still have a little bit more downside, but hopefully not too much more before we see the market turning back around. So that's why with AHI, We cut our loss quickly rather than sticking around. It's coming back a little bit. We could have minimized some of the damage, but not much. You know, a few cents here or there really wouldn't have made or broke that trade. So that's fine. Hey, we made out like a bandit so far today. I will take that. We have our hedge working properly for us. We had some great trades. AHI, we could have taken a little bit of a gain, but hey, closed out, minimized that, or closed out of the trade, cut our loss quickly. That's fine. No worry, no harm, no foul. Small loss is easily made up by our big winners that we make here on the Trading for Charity. So on that, I do have to get going, unfortunately, today because we do have our hot stock panel coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern right here on the YouTube channel. So make sure to come back around in the next about 45 minutes from now for that. But I do have to go to start preparing for that. So unfortunately, I have to end today's session a little bit shorter than I would like to. I've been having a blast with you guys. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you guys all for being here. Make sure, as always, tell all your friends, tell all your family, tell them to come hang out. Join in on these Trading for Charities. Next week will be our final week for Trading for Charity. So let's make it something special. Let's absolutely blow this event out. The first annual VectorVest Trading for Charity event out. To really set the bar high going into the future for us. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. If you want to see more of me personally, make sure as well tomorrow we have the mobile coaching session at 11 a.m. Eastern here on both Facebook and on YouTube. Also, Glenn has his trending Thursdays tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern as well. So we have a lot of great content for you guys. So if you're not already subscribed, you're missing out on some great opportunities, not only to help better your investing, but help you find some great opportunities to make money in. So make sure to click on that subscribe button because that also helps us out and helps support the Trading for Charity event that we have going on. So thank you once again for everybody tuning in here. Thank you for all the donations that have come through. I appreciate all of your guys' support. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And be safe out there. Take care. And we will see you next week for Trading for Charity. See you in a little bit for